I'm ready. I can't remember what these are, but yeah, all of it. Yeah. Yeah, we out here. And welcome back. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time it is you guys are watching this. New phone. If you guys know, you know. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I ran my phone over twice with a forklift. I destroyed it. Probably never gonna get those pictures back because they didn't get backed up. I lost pictures of the AK-47, just of Tonka and stuff like that. It really sucks, but if I want to try to get it, which I only have less than a week now to get a new screen and the broken phone, hopefully get my pictures and then send my phone off to Verizon so I don't get charged extra because I didn't file it as lost. Only got a week. Plus that's probably gonna be like $200 or something. Because it's not just a cracked phone screen, it's actually the monitor. But here's the garage. It's a mess, but we work what we have. As you guys know, there's Cavities. These are supposed to go inside the little shed we have. These two toolboxes will get a little more room. I have 2 dashes. So that's taking up room. One's going in here until we get, you know, a different one. But in this video, we will be showing you guys how to protect the inner body cavities to prevent rust, because as you guys know, we use plain steel on these end caps right here. So we paint the outside. The inside is unprotected. So if we wash Tonka and stuff like that, which, you know, usually it's salt that causes rust. But anyway, it's surface rust. Surface rust is still a thing. And if you guys could protect it, why not protect it? That, and we will be installing just a whole video on installing Myers Competition Mean Lean mounts. Let's get it. Alright guys, so this is what we'll be using. This is the cavity wax. There's multiple brands out there, but this is the one I chose. On Amazon, you could buy this for around 20-30 bucks. I believe right now is 25 bucks. Don't quote me, because if you're watching this and the price ends up changing or whatever. But this is good for body panels, body work, stuff like that. Like this, for example, when we cut the front core support off and did our end caps, well, we painted this side. This side's protected. The inside is not. So that's where this comes in. You shake it for 1 minute, and then you could spray this any angle you need. I'm sorry if that was loud, but with the straw, it's a 360-degree angle of where you could spray it from. Say everything else is in the way, and you need to spray right here, upside down. Put the straw in this hole, and then do 2 coats. One up here, let that dry. One up here. Same to this side. But it's not just for this. Say some cars, whenever they get fabricated, like this hump right here, they will cut this and then move this inwards and then just weld a new plate. Well, the inside won't be covered and protected. So use this. And what this stuff looks like is similar to what's below the sound deadening from factory and inside this door, because this is not bare metal. This is cavity protectant, the inner body cavities, the inner panels. Alright guys, so if you guys do decide to get these, I believe Myers goes by batches, so these are sometimes hard to come by. If he doesn't have them available and he's sold out, then you have to wait till the next batch. Don't quote me, but I believe Myers does this. So if you are going with this route, which I am kind of assuming, or you're contemplating, since you're watching this video, here is the rear plate. It's dummy proof. It slides right in. the way it's measured, cut, welded, everything. So if you just have the subframe with the steering rack in, you undo the top bolt, and then remember, there's nothing up here. There's no hardware or anything. You're gonna put this top bolt back in with the washer behind it. You don't need to since it's a whole plate, but I decided to put the washer on. So I slid the washer on and I put the plate on. Tighten this down and then put these two pieces of hardware in. You don't need Downstar hardware. You really don't. I just wanted it because it looks good. You can use normal hex hardware. It just still look pretty. Okay? Alright guys, so I apologize if you can hear a dog in the background. That's the dog across the street. I can't control that. That is not our puppies making the noise. If you follow me on Instagram, I bought a puppy. He is an American Bully, and I named him Gunner. But that's besides the point. Here is the rear mount. A beautiful piece of art that actually works, and it's very functional. It's proven. And I am making this video because I believe there's no video of how to install these mounts. Oh. I've had this on, but when I moved Tonka to the new house, I took it off so it didn't slap anything. So put the bolt through one way, put the nut on the end of the bolt, obviously. There's the rear mount. There's the rear mount. It goes like this, and then it's slotted to go wherever you need it, and then obviously you can tighten it down once the motor is in. But for K24s, all the mounts have a top bolt. Same with this one. Oh, it goes this way. Utilize the top bolt if you have a K24. So with this transmission one, it'll face this way with the two bolts in the rear. Slide this on right here. Okay, I was just making sure it was still in camera. Still in the view for the camera. Don't mind me. I know I painted this, but I'm just waiting for this paint to get messed up from actually utilizing Tonka, because this paint will, from like pulling the motor, swapping them and stuff like that. Put a microfiber right here so it doesn't get scratched yet. But plain and simple. These three bolts bolt up to the transmission. These bolts will bolt up to the motor / transmission. I'm not fully sure. As you see, I don't have a motor and transmission. I think I'm doing a decent job, right? Before I put you guys back on the tripod, this is also dummy proof. And why I keep emphasizing on dummy proof is because I'm not smart. I'm a dummy. Okay? I'm no better than anyone. I don't know anything special. I'm just sharing knowledge. Whatever knowledge I have, I'm sharing it with you. I just wanted to clarify. I'm not trying to call any of you guys dummies. Okay? This beautiful piece, this little bracket right here, has a notch on the bottom. Well, there's a reason why. And then where the torque mount goes, right here, the notch actually fits perfectly around here. You can't mess that up. And then with the holes right here that we drill, this focus is way off right now. Okay, there we go. We'll expand this hole and then maybe drill another one right around here. So for the motor mount, whenever you drill, I asked my machinist at work what size of drill bit I should use so I could get these bolts through, the ones that are supplied. And he said go 2 sizes over, and he was looking at them and he said, yeah, use this. So it's 13/32. This will be our final bit, but it's way bigger than this one. So instead of just eating and probably ripping through, even though this is a good bit, I'm just going to gradually go up. Some people might use step bits, but I'm just going to use this kit of bits that I have. Just multiple drill bits. I'm just going to gradually go up so I don't ruin it. I apologize. I did not hit record. I do apologize, but what I did was, hold on, give me a second. That's done. I used a quarter, the 5/16, the 3/8, and then the 13/32. So here's this. It's a little rough around the top, but one hole is drilled. We'll slide the mount on and see where we need the other hole. So to assist us in sliding this mount on, I'm just going to use a little bit of soapy water. Spray the bracket a little bit. Be careful. I mean, you don't need to be careful, but I'm going to be careful. Just take your time. And it just slides right on. That's as far as it wants to go. So with this bracket on, like I mentioned, here's the first hole I drilled and I didn't hit record on. There's this side where I said it didn't line up. So whenever we drill this hole, when we drill this one, we're going to want above my pointing finger. Same as right here. We're going to want it on this side. I started making a little pilot hole right here. And then we're going to take this bracket off and then we're going to drill it. The soapy water is going to come in handy. Just take your time. And it'll slide right off. It's just so snug. You just got to be careful. Just maneuver back and forth. And there we go. Brackets off. Let's get a new piece of tape. I guess I can't use a piece of tape until I drill the pilot hole. So take your time. Pause. I'm blowing that. Pause. Do pause. We have a decent sized pilot hole. So again, we're going to start with 1/4, a quarter. That. See what I mean by be careful, and good thing there's tape right here. Because I just wanted to pull the drill bit in. 5/16. Make sure it's in there. I'm sorry if that's loud. I'll try to turn it down whenever I edit. 3/8. I'm trying to make this quick. Pause. I have an air hose, but I didn't want the compressor to kick on while I'm doing this. And then 16/32. Seems good to me. Pull this tape off. Clean it off. And let's see how good we did. And there's our 2 holes. So you can either tape it, spray some paint, or use our cavity wax. So if you're in a street car or something, for some reason you want to use lean mounts, or even just drilling for other K-series mounts, I'd recommend painting the inside right here, because I've noticed cars, at least in Kansas, I've seen them posted, and then they're rusting right here around the mounts because they didn't protect it. We're getting towards the end of the video, guys. So I just run these down by hand, clean up the threads before you actually install it. Some people weld these mounts in, but I'm showing you guys how to drill and just bolt them in. So just slide this in. It starts threading. Same with this. I was going to use anti-seize. I'm just using a little bit of PB Blaster just to help the threads out a little bit, make it a smooth transition. And we're just going to run them down. And I shook this for about a minute. So we're just going to shred the inside. Just everywhere. Everywhere you think might need it. Same as in here. 2 coats each side. There's this little back piece right here. So I got done spraying. I inserted the straw through this hole, and then some of these along with on this side did the same thing. So this whole back half, this is the first coat, so I will coat it again. And the whole back half of this plate should be covered also, but I'm doing more than 1 coat. And then with the tape right here, you could use like a little bit of paint up top, but with this, I just sprayed the tape, put the straw right here where it threads, and spray directly up, and then it should be going and on the inside of this. And this will conclude this video, everybody. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please just leave me feedback on how I did of installing these mounts. I would install that back on, but with the coating, I can't really do that because it's not dry yet. And it's pretty late. I work in the morning. I work 5 to 5. So I gotta get up at 3 in the morning, let the dogs out, be there by 5, work till 5, stuff like that. But I'm not gonna wait. I'll throw a second coat on it tomorrow, or maybe in a few minutes before I go to bed. But thank you for watching. Stay blessed, stay slaying, keep fucking gunning, and I'll catch you guys next time.